I'm Lynda Austin. Thank you for joining us for the Essence of the Week for November 20th, 2011. I am the light. The light is surrounding me. The light is transforming me. The light is protecting me. Divine love is flowing around and through me, solving and dissolving all situations for the good of all. A higher power is in charge of my life, and only good can come through me. My mind is open, my heart is receptive, and miracles are happening right now. I consciously choose to raise my vibration to a place of truth and light. Well, you know, the channel has spoken today of what she refers to as taking a break, or stepping back, or regaining your balance before moving forward. And what we would say is that any of you who are running headlong down the trail in this particular time of energy shift are probably going to stumble and fall over a twig in the middle of the road, because the energy is so different now. The energy of what some of you would call the 1111 gateway. Others of you are referring to it as a photon energy belt. But there is an energy that is flooding this planet and in all of your lives being felt that is totally different than anything that any of you have experienced in this lifetime. Some of you find it very familiar. Some of you are saying, oh yes, this is my part of the ocean. This is the energy I swim in. And that is true. Some of you have in other lifetimes experienced something akin to this. But this is the time where that energy becomes available across the board to everyone. And so each one of you is being impacted by this surge of energy that's not really a surge, because it's not going to let up. It's going to continue. And so there are those of you who are struggling to get your balance, and the easiest way to do that is to stop for a few minutes, a few hours, a few days, or in the channel's mind, she chose to take a month. In truth, it wasn't a whole month. But to take some time to stop and let go of where you thought you were going. You know, it's as though you are running down the road or down the hallway to get someplace, and all of a sudden you say, what did I come here for? It's about stopping and recalibrating, you know, your GPS systems, recalibrating to make sure that you are on the right road, that you have the right destination plugged in. Because this energy is a game changer for many of you. It's calling you to, in the words of the channel's son, dream bigger dreams. It's wakening you to the understanding that there is much more to you than you thought there was before, or that you allowed yourself to believe in. And so it is an energy that says, now what are you going to do? In a sense, it's as though you have won the energetic lottery, you know, and you now have the abundance of energy. What are you going to do with it? We doubt that there are any of you who, as much as you say you would, if you won the money lottery, would just continue tomorrow in exactly the same vein. You might be doing the same things in the same way, but you would be in a whole different state of mind. And so that's the equivalent of winning the energy lottery. So you now have all this energy available to you. What are you going to do with it? Just as if you won the lottery for money, you would stop and you would calibrate and you would say, what is it I want to do? What's important? How do I want to use this? You need to take that time to figure out for yourselves, just as each of you would do something different with your lottery winnings, each of you will choose to do something with this energy that you now have at your fingertips, or in your fingertips. And so it's about taking some time, stepping back from, that was my plan and that may still be my plan, but I need to get my balance before I move forward. You've shifted gears into a higher, you're moving faster, you're moving more powerfully. You really need to recalibrate. And that's what we are suggesting for all of you that you do. You know, the channel felt, I'm being totally irresponsible because I'm not making any plans. I don't have anything scheduled. Well, on an intuitive level, and we would have to say that we had something to do with that, she was really pushed into a place of stepping back and opening a space to really get curious and explore. And so we would offer to all of you that it would be very interesting, to say the least, for each of you to take a few minutes or a few hours or a few days to sit down and calibrate where you are in your life, where you want to go, and in this new energy. For example, if you have a car that's has 400,000 miles on it and is 12 years old, you may not plan the same trip that you would if you had a brand new car that had all the bells and whistles and got 45 miles to the gallon. That's the equivalent of what you have now. Brand new energy that's efficient, that's powerful, that's ever present, always available to you. This is the water you swim in now, this new energy. That's what is meant by a total shift. And it's available to everyone. And so if you look around you, you can see those who are having difficulty with this energy, because it's about moving you forward into the next level, taking the next step in your own enlightenment. And those who are having the most difficulty with that are the ones who are really planting their feet and saying, we've had enough of this change, we need to stop this change. And we are not talking about change in the campaign sense. We are talking about real change within each and every one of you. And there are those who are saying things have to go back to the way they were, or things are moving too fast, or we don't want to go in that direction. Well, the fact of the matter is you are being called to realign yourself, to recalibrate, and to choose, once again, how fast do I want to go? Those who are resisting that are resisting it out of fear because they don't feel safe. And so when you see someone who is adamantly insisting on maintaining the status quo, do not judge them too harshly, because they are not doing it because they are evil. They are doing it because they are afraid. And of course, those of you who have never been afraid won't understand that. But those of you who have known fear should show a little compassion. Support them. Help them. Create a safe space for them to examine the possibilities. And most of all, give yourself permission to balance in your own truth, to find your center, to stay grounded, and to create the new vision of how far, how fast do I want to move forward. Because the energy is available to you to do that now. It's not being lazy. It's being smart. It's planning in a sense that most of you aren't familiar with. It's coming into alignment with the energy so that you can most clearly see how it serves you and the greater good. And that is always something to be done for the positive. Yes, we will close.